Hi everyone, here is the Between series where simple but amazing thoughts are shared. Today it's experiential learning in science. The very name implies that learning is through experience and doing, and it does not stop there. It leads to reflection after experience. Without reflection, it's not complete. Now, what is the basis? It is not an exaggeration to say that civilization happened on experiential learning. For centuries, people experimented and experienced, and that's how they learned to cook, use the wheel and travel, and make life comfortable. So, experiential learning is nothing new to us. We are only reminded to include more of this in our classrooms. It's one of the powerful ways to learn as it involves many senses. This type of learning is possible for both young and old. It's a clarion call for teachers now to do away with the textbook and take children beyond textbooks. We cannot box science in textbooks. It's wrong. Science has to be taught scientifically, which implies adopting experiential learning. Now that we are convinced, let's look for ways to bring experiential learning into the classroom. Is experiential learning a process? Learning itself is a process and hence experiential learning too. It involves the learner in the act of experiencing something. It implies that post-experience, we reflect, think, and act again. Experiential learning activities include, but are not limited to, demonstration, experimentation, simulation, designing, investigating, testing, research, field trips, practicums, making toys, and many more. We cannot remain without mentioning Kolb's experiential learning theory, as he founded his theory on the philosophy of naturalism and pragmatism. It works on two levels, a 4-stage cycle of learning and 4 separate learning preferences. Today, let's focus on using experiential learning to learn science. Since science deals with nature, it's easy to make these experiences sensed. We get the experience when we involve in the process that happens. Let's now explore ways to integrate experiential learning methods in teaching science. Let's begin with experimentation. It is the procedure carried out to determine or deduce something. Teacher can allow learners to handle different sample machines to explore the uses and also classify them into different categories. Next is demonstration. It is the practical exhibition of how something works. Teachers or students can demonstrate how things work. In teaching optical reflection, the learner can see that moving the object closer or away from the mirror results in different sizes of the image at different positions. Next, it is simulation. It is a close imitation of how a process or system works. With the technology available, a lot of science processes can be simulated digitally. Simulation can be used to teach concepts where experimentation may not be easy, such as photoelectric effect or functioning of the digestive system. Next is designing. Designing is constructing or creating something for some purpose. Tasks like designing a model to conserve water or harness energy will help students to apply their previous knowledge. Next is investigating. It is a systematic inquiry to discover and examine the facts. The learner can be assigned to study why water shortage is there and how we can solve this. Next is testing. It is the process of checking performance and quality. Teachers can allow students to test if convex lens can be used as a magnifier, and by increasing the number of lenses will the magnification also increase. Next is research. It is the careful and detailed study of a problem and creation of new knowledge or the use of existing knowledge. While teaching about the environment, learners can be asked to research on the various materials consumed by human beings, resulting in the production of waste which are non-biodegradable and hence look for alternative materials. Next is field trip. It is making a field visit and get first-hand information about various science processes. Children can be taken on field trips to industries, factories, or green fields to see and learn. Now, virtual field trips are available and much enjoyed by children. Next is making toys. The best way to engage learners is to encourage them in making toys using scientific principles and concepts. Finally, it is practicums, which means providing practical work experience. Learners can look for opportunities to work in labs or as an intern to work on a project and hence learn. Now the list will look like this. You can add more to this list. It's time to understand the key to successful science teaching. Achieving all of these are possible if science teachers are prepared and equipped for the same. So what decides the success of a science teacher? Science teachers should have a complete knowledge of all science concepts in physics, chemistry, and biology at various levels. Have the skills of experimentation, observation, research, analysis, data collection, drawing conclusions, ideas to modify, solve practical problems, and the ability to question and reason. Be open-minded. Have hands-on experience. Possess skills of inquiry and also develop this in children. Help children to make connections. Replace the textbook with sufficient knowledge. Go beyond the textbook. Be willing to give away lecture method at least partially. There are sure merits in experiential learning as it accelerates learning, aids personalized learning, allows imagination, assures outcome, assists both young and old to learn, supports learners with different ability and background, removes the gap between theoretical knowledge and experimental skills, gives deeper insights, enables learning permanence, provides freedom for independent thinking. Finally, history repeats. We are in IR 4.0 and the progress from IR 3.0 to IR 4.0 has been rapid purely because of experiential learning. In every attempt to produce something, we ended up modifying and evolving based on reflection. When we will be in IR 5.0, we would have already made history. Yes, experiential learning guarantees result. Get ready. Science has to be taught scientifically through experiential learning. Don't box it. Have a wonderful experiential learning. If you are helped by this video, do share with others.